The words you use are powerful. And I'm not just talking about the words you put in your book or the words you say when you're promoting it. I'm talking about all the words you use to grow your author platform. If you're struggling with what to say in your email newsletter or how to build that newsletter or what copy you have to create for your book marketing, this video is absolutely for you. Hey there, I'm Julie the Book Broad from Book Launchers. We're your professional self-publishing team helping you write, publish, and promote a nonfiction book that will help you have a huge impact on your readers and done right, will help you grow your brand, build your business, and make you money. The best part? You, yes, you, keep all rights and royalties. When I launched my first online course for my real estate training and education company, I hired a copywriter to write the sales page for that program. I paid them $2,700 to write that copy. At the time, I was stunned that copy could cost so much. It was just words. And I was hiring a junior copywriter. A senior copywriter charged 10 times that amount. But there's an art and a science to writing copy that connects with a reader and connects in a way that has them taking action. And that is the key. Your book should be written to engage the reader, but great copy is written to get the reader to take action, to do that very thing you want them to do, whether it's subscribe to your newsletter or buy your book or sign up for your course. And when it comes to building your author platform and building your email list and creating an audience of folks who are connected to you, copywriting is a critical skill to learn. Today, I have 5 copywriting tips for you to use in your email marketing. Tip number 1, talk less about you and more about the reader. I say this to authors too. Watch how focused you are on yourself. For example, instead of saying, I wrote this book so you could finally see how to write a book without boring your reader, and I've got a link for you right here to get a copy of my book, change that to say, you're about to uncover the #NoBoringBooks way to write a book that will have an impact and make you an income. Ready to start writing that great book today? Great! Click here. 2 very different ways of writing it, but says the same thing. Now, perhaps you're thinking, well, I'm telling a story about myself to create connection. Well, if you're trying to present facts about yourself, you could say, have you ever met someone who was the center of a murder investigation before they were even born? It's unlikely unless we've already met. That's a fact from one of our clients' upcoming books. I can't wait for you to hear about his incredible story. But even an incredible story isn't enough. You have to present it in a way that engages a reader and focuses it back on them. Because in that example, I could have said, I was the center of an investigation of murder before I was even born. The more you present anything in the focus, the more you present things with a focus on the reader, the more engaging it is to them. Tip number 2, have a single call to action. This can be a real struggle in your first email after somebody subscribes to your newsletter, because you probably want them to connect with you on social media, listen to your podcast, buy your book, and sign up for your coaching program. But you have to resist the urge to ask them to do all of that in one email. Try to focus an email on a single call to action, and you'll probably see your conversions skyrocket. The same goes for each page on your website. Try not to have 3 different calls to action. One single call to action makes it simpler for the person on your website or reading your newsletter to know what exactly they're supposed to do. Tip number 2 is too many calls to action. Tip number 3 is having no call to action. The only thing worse than too many calls to action is having nothing to do at all. And I see authors that live in fear of being seen as selling anything that do this all the time. They don't ask people to buy their book or write a review or do anything at all. Remember, the goal of your email is to get them to do something. The job of writing the copy for that email is not done until you've asked your reader to take some sort of action. Number 4, write a great subject line. My best performing email subject line was one weird thing that gets results. Go figure. I think it did really well because it creates curiosity and still has a promise of value, those results. It doesn't say what those results are, but it promises them. Try to create curiosity or offer a benefit with your subject line. Here's a fun little tip for you. You could use this to test potential chapter titles. If you find a chapter title gets a whole lot more opens than your typical email, that's a great potential chapter title for you. What I really want you to avoid are boring things like this week's update or welcome to my newsletter. It's kind of boring. You're probably going to find a lot of people don't open that. So focus on the benefit of what you're going to talk about in that newsletter. So you can have subject lines like better sleep with one change, or build a more productive team, or stop doing this in your meetings, or the latest technique that could hurt your ears. I'm making random things up, but really you're writing a different book than the next person watching this video. I really just want you to look at your subject lines and think, would I open that email? Number 5, open loops that you'll close in the next email. Teasing the content that's coming up in the future or something else that's happening in the future that will make them want to open emails is always a good idea, but it's especially important when you're building an email sequence, which is an automated set of emails that goes out when someone subscribes to your newsletter. You really should be doing that if you haven't already, by the way. Then you need to tease what's coming next, saying something like, "That's a pretty cool strategy, but I've got an even better one for you tomorrow." Or you could say, "P.S. Watch for my next email in 5 days because I've got a checklist for you to create massive results with the process you just learned. Using this checklist increases your success rate by 35%, so you're going to want that checklist." Writing great copy takes practice and it definitely takes intention. But if you remember these 5 tips, you'll have more success building an author platform with an audience that's going to pay attention to what you have to say. So remember, talk about your reader. Include one call to action per email and make sure you include a call to action in every email. Write that compelling subject line so your email gets opened. And finally, open loops in that email that you're going to close in the next email to encourage them to keep looking forward to your next and your next email. Whew, there's so much more to cover with this, so I will be shooting an entire series on this. For example, if you're wondering about what emails you should put in an email sequence, or you're wondering what should be on that squeeze page that asks for the email address in the first place, well, I've got you covered. So make sure you've subscribed to the channel and turn those notifications on so you catch those videos when they come out. See what I did there? I just did tip number 5. I opened a loop I'm going to close in a video later. Well, what was your favorite tip? Let's chat about it in the comments below. And when you comment the day a video is released, you'll be entered to win some sweet #NoBoringBooks swag like our #NoBoringBooks mug or our oh so soft journal for writing all your book ideas down in. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. Well, you're really quite cool to hang out with. Would you like to spend a little more time together? If you're new to building your author platform, then this is the playlist with all the videos I've done so far on that topic. If you're good on that side of things, then you may want to watch this video on getting into the mind of your reader, because the more you know your reader, the better the copy you can write to compel them into taking action. So either way, both videos are going to be fantastic. So click on over to your chosen video. I'm anxiously awaiting your arrival over there with coffee, of course.